Hello, YouTube viewers. Welcome to my channel, CCM Drummer. My name is Matthew Jackson. Let me talk about Lecrae. Now, this is what Lecrae said in the movie. Then you go to CCM, and it's like you don't sing, you don't have a guitar, you're a black dude, so you are also a minority, so you don't quite fit in there. You are not going to hip hop. You do rap. You do got visible tattoos. You are talking about God, faith, and love. Where do I belong? I don't have a home. I'm just in exile. End of quote. Okay. Now another quote he made is, this is his second quote. If the church truly believes that we're one body, then the church will tear down those racial divides. End of quote. So I'll address the second quote later, but let me get to the first quote. Lecrae, if you're listening by any chance, I did go, in preparation for this video, I did actually go on YouTube and try to listen to maybe 4 or 5 of your songs to get a random sampling of what your work is like. And one thing I observed is that your work is different than the hip hop rap that I'm used to hearing, that I've heard before. Okay. Now, you say you don't have a home and you're just in exile because you're the kind of artist that has your own unique style and presentation, and it's really hard to pigeonhole you into a specific genre. Now, my advice to you would be the same as the advice that I gave to Mandisa, and that is I would embrace this fact that you can't be pigeonholed into a genre. That's what makes you unique. That's a good thing, okay? We live in a day and age now where all the artists are trying to emulate the other artists, and everybody's trying to sound like everybody else. And nobody really has a distinctive mark that's their own, like we did back in the 60s and 70s and 80s, okay? So in a way, this is a good thing that you can't be pigeonholed and you know, because it makes you stand out with distinction. And I was looking at your sheet here. You were involved in 5 hit CCM songs. Of course, one of them was with Mike's Chair, um, and then Hillsong featured you in one song. That became a hit. And then you have uh, a hit song called Messengers, where you featured King and Country, and then you have the song Give In, where you feature Crystal Nicole. You've won 3 BET awards, were nominated for 2 BET awards. You got 3 BET Award hip hop nominations. You won 1 Billboard award, were nominated for another 3. You won 9 Dove Awards. Dude, that is awesome. And you were nominated for another 26 Dove Awards. That's uh, Grammy Awards. You've won 2 Grammys and were nominated for 6. Won 3 Stellar Awards, were nominated for 3. And you won 4 Soul Train Music Awards and were nominated for 1. Dude, off of 11 albums that you did. This is pretty good for a guy that doesn't have a home and it's in exile. I would say you're doing very well here. That's nothing to sneeze at. So yeah, embrace the fact that you're different and can't be pigeonholed to a genre. Let that work to your advantage. Now, let me talk about your second quote. The church, if the church truly believes that we are one body, the church will tear down those racial divides. Those racial divides. Okay, now we have racial divides in the church. Okay, what do these racial divides look like exactly? Okay, are there any predominantly white churches that are not allowing black people to come to their church? Are there any black churches that are not allowing white people to come to their church? When you say racial divides, What are you talking about? And how would the church go about tearing down these racial divides? And when you say the church, I guess you're talking about the churches here in America, right? Okay. Are we including the Roman Catholics and Eastern Orthodox and mainline Protestants in this conversation here? When you say the church, or are we just talking about the evangelical churches that's supposed to tear down these racial divides? What about the black churches? Are they expected to play a part in tearing down racial divides also? Or is it just the white churches that are supposed to be tearing down this racial divide? So, I'd like a little more clarity in context and definition as to what you mean by the church will tear down those racial divides. Tell me what these racial divides look like and how we're supposed to tear them down. Yeah, okay. Thank you for watching. And again, please feel free to subscribe, like, share, and comment, and check out some of my drum covers that I did. Thank you and God bless.